Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Baltimore RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news now. Ravens fans, buckle up because what's being whispered around the NFL circles right now is nothing short of a game changer. Rumors are swirling about a blockbuster move that could reshape the Ravens' roster and their entire outlook heading into the 2026 offseason. And trust me, it's got everything to do with one of the biggest names in the league, Terron Armstead. The buzz is that Baltimore is planning a bold, aggressive move to bring in the all-pro tackle from the Miami Dolphins. And if it happens, it could be one of the most impactful trades we've seen in recent years. So what's fueling this speculation? To understand the magnitude, we need to look at the current state of the Ravens' offensive line and the broader AFC North landscape. As of now, Baltimore sits at a 5-4 record in the division, which is solid but not quite where they want to be, especially considering the high expectations around Lamar Jackson and this talented roster. The offensive line, a unit that's been a mix of solid performances and tough struggles, has been leaking sacks at an alarming rate, 28 sacks in just 9 games. That's a clear red flag, especially after Ronnie Stanley suffered a knee injury in Week 6, which has kept him out indefinitely. The absence of Stanley, a cornerstone of the Ravens' blindside, has exposed the offensive line, making it harder for Lamar Jackson to operate at his best and limiting the offense's explosive potential. Now, enter the rumors of a trade that could shake things up. According to some sources close to Adam Schefter, Baltimore is eyeing a blockbuster offseason move to acquire Terron Armstead from the Dolphins. The plan, as it's being whispered, involves trading a first-round pick in the 2026 draft, which is projected to be a top 12 selection, along with a third-round pick in 2027. That's a hefty price, no doubt, but it signals how highly Baltimore values adding a proven elite tackle to solidify their offensive line for the future. On the other side, the Dolphins find themselves in a different position. With a 3-6 record, they're struggling in the AFC East, especially after losing Tua Tagovailoa to a shoulder injury in Week 5. Tua's return is uncertain, and Miami's outlook has become more about rebuilding and cap flexibility. They have about $5.8 million in cap space, which might seem like a lot, but when you're trying to rebuild a team, especially around a young quarterback like Tua, flexibility is key. The Dolphins are also looking to free up cap space and prioritize a rebuild, especially giving more opportunities for their young defensive players and extending their offensive line to protect Tua better. But why would the Dolphins part ways with a player like Armstead? Well, he's an all-pro left tackle, a true blindside maestro. His feet are as smooth as a dancer S, and he's been a cornerstone of their line when healthy. In 2025, he's been dominant, playing 8 games, logging over 820 snaps and grading out with an impressive 89. 4 PFF score in pass blocking, ranking him among the top tackles in the league. His ability to shut down some of the best edge rushers, allowing only 3 sacks in those games, makes him a rare gem. He's also been effective in run blocking with an 88.7 grade, and his win rate against edge rushers stands at an incredible 92%. That's the kind of consistency and dominance that every team dreams of in an offensive tackle. His career numbers are equally impressive, 128 games played, with a career PFF grade averaging over 90. 5. What makes Armstead even more special is his ability to handle speed rushers like TJ Watt. His arm length and footwork allow him to swallow speed and power, making him a true anchor on the blind side. Sure, he's had some injury issues. A quad injury in Week 3 cost him a game this season, but overall, his health and performance are elite. His YAC allowed per run is minimal, and his peak performance is comparable to the best, like Trent Williams at his prime. Now, for the Ravens, acquiring Armstead would be a massive upgrade. It would give Lamar Jackson a true, reliable protector on his blind side, enabling him to focus on making plays with even more confidence. It's no secret that Lamar's game is at its best when he's given time. His EPA per pass would jump significantly with a solid, consistent tackle anchoring the left side. Having Armstead would not only improve pass protection, but also open up the run game. especially for players like J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. His presence would make it easier for the offensive line to handle blitzes, and with Lamar's mobility, that extra time can turn into big plays. The ripple effects of this move could be huge. The Ravens' Super Bowl odds could see a significant boost from around plus 1,800 now to a more favorable plus 900, because with a dominant left tackle, the entire offense gets a boost. The addition of a player like Armstead could also elevate the team's overall efficiency, especially in crucial moments. It's not just about protecting Lamar, but also about setting a tone and establishing the Ravens as a dominant force on the line of scrimmage. When you look at the AFC North, with teams like the Steelers and Bengals constantly trying to upgrade their defenses and offensive lines, Baltimore's move to bring in a player of Armstead's caliber could be the start of a new dynasty. And it's not just about the immediate impact. The Ravens have a storied history of building through the trenches, and this move would align perfectly with their identity. M&T Bank Stadium already feels like a fortress, and with a fortified offensive line, it could become even more intimidating for opponents. Lamar Jackson, who's been cooking defenses with his unique blend of speed and improvisation, would have even more room to operate. His chemistry with receivers like Zay Flowers, who's been lighting up defenses with over 700 yards this season, would only improve with better protection. Plus, the run game with Dobbins and Edwards would become even more lethal, forcing defenses to commit more resources to stopping the run, which opens up play-action opportunities down the field. Looking at the bigger picture, this potential trade reflects the Ravens' long-term vision. They've always prioritized building a strong, disciplined, and adaptable team, and acquiring a talent like Armstead fits that mold perfectly. It's about not just winning now, but setting up for sustained success. The franchise's commitment to excellence, combined with Lamar Jackson's dynamic leadership, creates a perfect storm. The Ravens aren't just looking to make a playoff run, they're aiming for another Super Bowl, and bolstering the offensive line with a player like Armstead could be the missing piece that pushes them over the top. In terms of the AFC landscape, this move could also send shockwaves through the conference. The Chiefs, Bengals, and Bills are all elite teams, but Baltimore's focus on fortifying the trenches gives them an edge in controlling the tempo and physically dominating opponents. Plus, with Lamar Jackson's ability to extend plays and make magic happen outside the pocket, having a rock-solid protector like Armstead becomes even more critical. It's a strategic move that says, "We're all in," and shows their determination to contend at the highest level. As for the Dolphins, their decision to move on from Armstead makes sense in their current rebuild mode. They're prioritizing cap flexibility and youth development, especially after their rough start in the AFC East. The loss of Tua to injury has put their season into a different perspective, and freeing up resources to target future draft picks and young talent is a smart move in their rebuild. They're not just giving up on this season, they're laying the groundwork for future success, even if it means parting ways with a veteran like Armstead. But for the Ravens, this isn't just about filling a gap, it's about transforming their entire offensive line into a powerhouse. Imagine Lamar Jackson with more time, more protection, and the confidence to push the ball downfield without constantly looking over his shoulder. Imagine J.K. Dobbins breaking through for big runs, knowing that the left side is locked down by one of the best tackles in the league. It's a vision of dominance, a statement that Baltimore is ready to take the AFC by storm and make another serious Super Bowl run. And let's not forget, this move would also send a message across the league. The Ravens are serious about competing at the highest level, and they're willing to make bold moves to ensure their place among the elite. It's a testament to their front office's ambition, their commitment to Lamar Jackson, and their desire to build a team that's not just good but great. The AFC is fierce, but with Armstead in the fold, Baltimore could elevate themselves into that top tier, ready to challenge anyone in their path. So, Ravens fans, keep an eye on this story. It's still just a rumor at this point, but the potential is enormous. If it comes to fruition, it could mark the beginning of a new era, one where Baltimore's offensive line becomes legendary, and Lamar Jackson leads them straight back to the promised land. The offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and this move could be the cornerstone of their future success. And remember, in Baltimore, we're all about resilience, grit, and never backing down, qualities that this team embodies, especially with a player like Armstead potentially joining the fold. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Baltimore Ravens news to you, it's super important that you leave a like in this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Baltimore Ravens fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe this trade could truly transform the team? Are you excited about the idea of having Terron Armstead protecting Lamar Jackson's blind side? Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Ravens. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Baltimore Ravens news. We're in this together and the future is bright. Let's keep that passion alive, Ravens Nation.